Hey, something I need to know, and I hope y'all help me get there. How do you cope with death of a friend, a loved one, somebody you looked up to, somebody you cared about? How many people you don't care about? How do you deal with their passing? How do you process? While I'm doing this boat today, I'm going to try and figure it out. I know how I move through these things, and I don't know if it's the most efficient. But I would like to become better at it because people die every day. It was yesterday I learned that I lost a really, really, really beautiful friend, a lover, skating, awesome person. Man, I'm just not going to speak her name because it's not time. You know, I'm not ready to like bust out and feel how I really feel about losing this friend, but I want to get back to knowledge and how we increase our ability to cope with trauma. And I'm feeling traumatized right now, and what I seek is a better way through, a better way forward, and I'm asking you to share your thoughts and maybe emotions and maybe some advice for how you actually deal with death. Let me jump on this boat and we'll continue this conversation. Try and have this conversation, or maybe it's the perfect time. It's got to be the perfect time. Just like checking myself and turning myself around, and people are messaging and giving me that energy. We need to figure this out together. What do you do? Lose a friend, lose a friend, lose a friend. High octane, thing two. I know it's windy out here. Let me keep this conversation inside. Any idea if the water is off over here?
It's not going? Oh, it's on.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's on. Yep.
Okay. Thanks. Yeah, I'm acting like a rookie out here. I can't even get the water going.
Yeah, but you got it.
Yeah. Lord have mercy. So, yeah, let me try and figure out what's what. Get on this bateau, make it beautiful. Uh, nice moves, nice moves. Like, brain is obviously not attached. So this interior is a lot like my thoughts. I am so scattered right now while I'm working on the exterior of the boat. Usually I got music playing, but I wanted to include you in the process. But what I was juggling around in my head was the the, the highest expectation I have for other people is that you get to leave two stories in this life. You get to be a warning, or you get to provide examples for people to look at your life story, the treasures you left behind, such as your pictures, your journals, your books, your pictures telling 1,000 words, every single one of them, your journals sharing what kind of thinker that you were, and absolutely your books to see what kind of student were you in this lifetime, and what did you leave behind with your name. And the name that comes to mind is Spike. My dad, Spike was my old man. He passed away when I was pretty young. He only lived to be about 38. And I didn't know it at the time, what I was doing when I was starting my business, because I had a practice back in the day called the Artist's Way. And that helped me just do my own personal inventory of, what my dreams and my nightmares were, who my angels and my demons were, what really impressed me and what really disappointed me in the world, and how I am motivated and how I am turned off from things. And really doing that inventory helped me resolve a lot of, my procrastination, or what I would call um, lack of production. Like, I used to be an inline skater, and aggressive inline is something I did for 14, 16 hours a day when I was young, and I could not do anything else. Like, literally, that was my entire existence, was when do I get to skate again? How long is it going to take for my shins to heal? you know and funny thing is, the person that has caused this reflection, that just recently passed on, was one of my skating friends. And, she left me a lot of warnings, but she also provided a lot of examples. And I think everybody has both, depending on how you know them. Are they a close family member? Were they an acquaintance? Was it a teacher, a mentor, somebody that you spoke to, learned something from, or were shocked by something you witnessed from them? Like, were they just somebody you would introduce to your family, friends, grandparents? Were they that type of person or not? And, a lot of warnings come from those type of people you wouldn't introduce to your grandparents. But certainly in our formative years, through our teens and, even our 20s, we're still pretty simple folks, and can't really expect to have all the answers on everything. And now I think I'm at, like, I'm going to be 47 this year. I've got no kids, and I've got no progeny, no one to pass on my knowledge of how to beautify boats to, except for the interweb and maybe an app that I built. But I digress. The whole point of this video is to find out, how do you feel when somebody moves on, transitions, becomes a part of your ancestry. Something I learned in the last couple of years through my god sisters and their grandfather is, they respect the traditions of Sankofa artistry and storytelling, and, African mythologies, and that's not something I had a lot of experience with, but certainly having them as, you know, god sisters, I learn a lot about my culture and my tribes, and, the people that have more stories to tell, um, creators of memories. I love those people. And the other ones that are just like having you write the story for them, those warnings, like, yo, don't follow them down that path. And that's really the gist of my philosophy. But how do you deal, when somebody passes on? How do you, you know, take your time to mourn? I always, thought that mourning was a waste of time. I lost a lot of people in my family when I was extremely young. Godfather, father, grandfather, grandmother. All my grandparents are gone. My great grandmother, I just had a reflection about her a couple weeks ago. It's the 15th anniversary of her passing. And I remember when she went, I was at a Jays game, and I was the emergency contact. I was the person that got called if something went sideways with her. She was 106, you know, and it came to me, um, are there any photos of my dear ma online? Like, how long did it take her memory to vanish? Without pictures, books, stories. Sometimes it's family heirlooms where it reminds you of that person. That's why people collect those things and pass them down, be it a watch or a necklace or a brooch or whatever it was. My grandfather on my Jamaican side, very sad when he went because, not that I look forward to scoring his stuff, but my grandfather had the most wicked, awesome 45 collection, like records, little records, funk, R&B, soul from the 50s, 60s, 70s. And when he passed, my uncle just had a yard sale and all those treasures went away. And yeah, that hurt. But moving on, having that hurt doesn't help me do this boat. But yeah, that's something I'm trying to figure out for myself, is when I actually do the inventory in my mind, look at the relationship that was there, um, and the person has passed on, immediately I reflect, what did I learn from them? And, were they things that I should be weary of? Are there things I should honor? There's many mentors that I had that passed on over the years, and, many were older, clients of mine, boat owners. A lot of them are older and great storytellers, a lot of them. But yeah, what I'm trying to figure out is the most efficient use of my emotions, energy, frequency right after somebody passing to, reflect and do the inventory. What value can I bring forward? Am I eulogy ready? That's what I'm trying to be. When I really, really think, I really, really feel, I cycle through all the emotions, the love, the hurt, the missing you, the regrets, like I didn't have enough time. Could I have been there for you? Did I, not show up for you when I could have? And I think we all go through those sort of thoughts after somebody passes on, and moving towards the next, celebration of life, funeral service, internment. I remember standing for my auntie just the last summer, and that was a tough one. Seeing 50 family members I had never met, you know, but they knew me from pictures, right? That treasure, saying these are your family members, that family tree, looking at that. But you got friends that are friends of friends and friends of friends of friends, and I did a post and a reel of me and my friend that just passed away on the Facebook, and a lot of people reached out to me making friend requests, recognizing that we were great friends, and why and what for? Because there's some people that are just going to stay outside my friend group forever that were friends of friends. But certainly, you never know the frequency that people hold with other people, and some of it's extremely valuable and some of it's extremely toxic. But I know my friend that just moved on, I loved her. nearly my whole life, like a friend since 14 years old, and just wish her the ability to rest in peace, transition well, become an ancestor to her family, you know? I know she loved her nephews and her sister and her parents and many cousins that I really never met in person, but I saw online on her Facebook feed because the algorithm let us communicate because we always DM'd each other. And I'll miss you, you know? Right now I gotta do this boat. Thanks for watching. I'm Spike. Let me know in the comments, how do you navigate people transitioning to the land of, what do you even call that place? I don't know. Thank you very much if you got to this point of the video. Packed up, rolling out. This is Spike from the water in Toronto. Really beautiful boats. Thank you. Like and subscribe.
Take a knife, don't you understand? You're the one.